Okay, when it comes to social media, especially with guys, they want to see that when they see your pictures on Instagram or they see your videos on Snapchat and they see you in real life, they want to see that you look exactly the same as you do on your pictures and your videos. What's the reaction you get when people see you in real life? What do they say?
That I look way better in real life, and it's so true. You know, Instagram and all the social media, they don't get the, just one angle in a picture, and live is totally opposite than pictures. I mean, when people come to my work to Follies or any events I'm doing, I mean, people tell me all the time I look way better in person, and I totally agree. I think I take the worst pictures actually. But so I get good feedback, and I like that I look better. I would hate to, have Photoshop pictures, and then they see me in person, and then I get hate from that, and people don't fuck with me because of that. But instead, I feel like people fuck with me more than when they see me in person because they're shocked. They're like, oh, wow, she actually is her. It's actually, a real person, not no Photoshopped and, fake, stuff like that. So I think it's an advantage for me, and I want to be seen more because of it, out, at events and clubs, and I want to travel to different cities and such so they can see me in person.
Do people think you look taller in person, shorter in person, thicker, thinner?
I don't know what it is. I think they think I look probably taller, definitely taller, because in pictures you can't really tell how tall I am, and I actually am really tall.
How tall are you in real life?
I'm 5'8" without heels, so probably 6 foot with certain heels on. But I think just overall they think I just, I look better in real life, and I think the same thing.
What's your opinion of social media these days, in general speaking?
Social media, I think it's a way to, I don't know. I think it's great to take advantage of it in certain ways. I mean, it can take over your life if you let it in certain ways. But I take advantage of it. I try to build a brand and a business and get money and promote myself on it. And I think it's a great platform for entertainment wise. So.
Has it played a role in your success?
It definitely has played a role in my success because I'm in one city. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. People from all over the world, all over the United States, they're not in Atlanta and they cannot see me. But so they see me online. You can, it's just I have a, more of an audience, and that brings me in more money. That brings me in more support, and overall, it's a great platform for what I'm trying to do.
What's your biggest pet peeve when it comes to social media? What bothers you the most about it, if anything?
What's my pet peeve? I don't know. When people have rude comments, I don't really say anything. I think the worst thing is how Instagram lets haters win. I've been deleted twice from Instagram. And the third time I got my page, I've been 3 times, but I got it back. So I hate that haters can win. I hate that they can make rude remarks and report your things, report your posts and your content, and and they're just hating, and Instagram lets them win, and that's not fair. I hate that.
And we'll get into that in a second, but more on these hateful comments. How do you deal with negative or hateful comments? You say you really don't say anything back?
Okay, so with the negative comments,
don't clap back?
No, I never say anything back, and I've learned to do that. At first, I was in arguments all the time, but now, since I've had it for 3-4 years, I don't let it faze me at all, and I feel like all, comments is good or bad, they're needed. Comments is good, and I don't know. I love myself so much that it doesn't faze me. I'm not perfect and I'm not fake. Okay, I could go get it photoshopped and have the pictures perfect, and I would never say anything negative about it. But unfortunately, I'm real, and I don't Photoshop.
Do you delete comments? Do you block people?
I block people, and their comments get deleted. So it works for me. Like, I would leave the comments, but when I block the person, I do block them because I don't want them to become too much of a hater where they start reporting my stuff. So if I have any signs of little hate, I mean, I'm not just block. I mean, some people say, some things, and I'm cool with it. But they say something really, bad, I'll block them for sure. And
So-
people actually message me on a different social site asking me to unblock them.
So there's a difference between constructive criticism and somebody just all out hating.
Right, there is, and most people are hating. They don't, I mean, when people say something about, like, something on your skin, your body, or fat, or, that's me. What do you want me to be? I have to be perfect to be on the internet? Like, no, I don't have to. Everybody likes something different. Some guys like big, some like small, some like tall, some like short, some like white, some like black, some like small, some like, so if you don't like me, somebody else will.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really, I always think it's, hating because, that's your opinion,
Why not just turn comments off? You ever thought about that on some of your photos?
No, because I feel like 70% of my comments, or maybe 80%, are positive. And that little 20% don't even matter. If you want to put a comment, a rude, negative comment on there, well, you're going to get blocked. So it's, your choice,
Have you unblocked somebody you've blocked and put them back into the general population, or not?
No, I have not, because I don't block people for just no reason, They have to say something really off the wall, and so.
What if they apologize, like you said, they've tried to get your attention on a different social network?
Yeah, and I don't, and they have. Oh, yeah, they don't. I don't do that.
So
no.
you have like a zero tolerance policy. One time
Yeah,
you cross
I feel
the line,
like I
it's
just
over.
have enough followers. I don't need their follower. I don't need that follow. Like, you fucked up. You need to learn from this. And don't be doing negative comments on people's.
What can lead to somebody getting on your block list? Is it just specifically a comment? Is it a dirty direct message? Is it
The messages I don't care about. Most of them I don't, even look at and reply, and they just stay in my box. But comments, if they say something rude, yeah, I just block it and move on, and that's it with them.
What about death threats? Has anything ever gotten that bad where it's been a death threat?
I'm sure. Oh my God, I've had the worst things happen to me, guys. Yeah, there has been, and I actually was interested in getting a lawyer, an entertainment lawyer, to kind of help me with some things. People taking my pictures also and posting them and saying it's a different name and fucking people over for their money, and it's on my face, and
That can be dangerous.
it can be dangerous. And I always said that I was gonna get killed by somebody that got fucked over by my face.
Somebody catfishing you.
Yes, because I hate to say it, but I am in every single state on BackPage.
Wow.
Every single state, and I get somebody sends me the ad almost every single day, and I've never tried to call the number, and I've never told the police, and all I have done is talk to my family about it and see if I can do something about it, because it's dangerous for me. It's my face card, and people have actually hit me online talking about, oh, you fucked me over for this and that and blah, blah, blah. And of course it wasn't me, I'm not doing that dirty shit. And so it sucks.
What about stalkers? Has anybody ever crossed that imaginary line between the internet and real life?
No, not in real life. It's always on the internet. I've had my page hacked, and a lot of things have happened online. But I feel like in person, I'm good. I kind of, watch myself. I carry protection, just in case any of this happens. I live in a gated community. I take precautions so, stalkers don't come in real life.
Now, you have almost, at the time of this interview, almost 500,000 Instagram
Yay.
followers. Does that surprise you, that number?
What surprises me is I haven't got deleted.
Is this the most you've had on a profile?
Yes, it is the most I've had, and it's the longest Instagram I've had. I was telling somebody the other day that people really think a lot about people with followers. I mean, people think about my followers more than I think about my followers. Like, people treat me like a celebrity because I have a lot of followers. And I love it.
Do you feel that your number of followers is a realistic number of how many people you experience on a day-to-day basis? What I mean is like this: you have 500,000 people following you on social media, but do you feel that feeling when you're out in your everyday life at the mall and stuff like this? Are you recognized?
I feel more. I feel like I get way more attention, way more looks, way more respect. In real life, I go places and people have no idea who I am on the internet, and they still treat me like a princess, a queen. Like, I'm sure my looks have everything to do with it, but like, they don't even know I'm internet famous, Instagram famous. They don't even know that in real life, and they still treat me like they thought I was a celebrity.
You said also, you did a caption on Instagram where you said, "Never have I ever asked for a shout out."
Never have I ever asked for a shout out.
And that's something that a lot of models and dancers do, right?
And you know what? I would have 1 million followers by now if I did that too. But I would have a lot more followers if I did a lot more things than I do now. I used to do a lot of twerking videos, and that's how I got kind of popping. But I don't really post twerk videos anymore because I feel like I have such a large amount of followers already. I don't need to risk my page getting deleted because of it.
The twerk videos was very risky?
Yes, and ass pictures, because that's what nudity. That's against the rules on Instagram. Yeah.
So do you really feel like that is a proper representation of numbers for you? Like, do you really feel like 500,000 people are really following you?
No.
Or do you feel like it should be 1 million by now?
Well, I think that it should be
like,
more, but
is it reflective in real life is what I'm asking.
Well, it should be more, but I do very little to put on there, and I feel like I'm way more poppin' in real life, and regardless if I had those followers or not, and I want more, and I feel like I should have more because of me being natural and, being somewhat successful, and just how I do things, how I move. I think I should have more, but people on the internet aren't just looking for that. They're looking for ass and titties, and that's what gets you followers. If I ain't showing ass, I'm getting 1,000 likes out of 500,000 followers, and that's the kind of followers, clientele, whatever you call it, I have. They're from India, and they don't care about how much you got your shit together, or how dope your personality is, or how much money you have. They're looking for ass and titties. They don't care if it's fake. They don't care about any of that. So, I don't have as many followers as I could because I don't post a lot of content that they want anymore.
I see. Now, you've been disabled twice? Disabled and deleted twice?
No, I've been deleted twice, disabled twice, 3 times. And so the third time, I sent Instagram an email because this is my business now. I own Lacey Jane LLC, and this is my brand, and this is how I make money, and this is how I promote. And I'm not on here to just do nothing. I'm on here to make shit happen and get me places that I couldn't do if there wasn't no internet, and it's, so far it's been, amazing, the opportunities and events I've been to. So I emailed Instagram and sent them all my paperwork, and they gave it back to me and said they were sorry for the inconvenience.
Do you think if you would have done that the first time after it was disabled, it would have helped you?
Well, I wasn't, yeah, it possibly could, but I didn't have Lacey Jane LLC back then, and I wasn't really on there doing nothing but twerking videos.
What amount of followers did you have on both of those before you got?
One of them was only like 2,000.
Okay.
And the other one, I think it was like 12,000.
Oh, very small.
Yes.
And you have a backup page too, right?
I just recently made a backup page because I had gotten disabled for the third time. So I went ahead and made a backup page. And I post, and actually the things that I don't want to post on my real page, I post on my backup page because, you know, I can take some deletings and reportings there.
Oh, I see.
So I post other content that I like to post on my real page, but I post it on my backup page, you know, to get a little followers and to show some content that I would like to be shown, but unfortunately don't want to get deleted.
Now, some celebs have been deactivating their accounts and reactivating them, deleting social media, like Kanye West just deleted his Twitter and his Instagram.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten to the point where you
Never
got to that level of
I have
deactivation?
never wanted to delete my social media because I don't, you know, it doesn't bother me, you know, like it doesn't, you know, I can not get on it, I can get on it, you know, it doesn't like, you know, it doesn't, I mean, social media is a big part of my life, don't get me wrong, but it's not everything, like, you know, I post probably 70% of my life on there. But it's my business, so why would I delete that? Kanye West is good without social media. I love Kanye West. We're the same birthday, you know, but for me, I'm not Kanye West, so I, you know, have to really take the social media stuff seriously.
Have you ever taken a break from social media?
I have never taken a break. I think I'm just getting started. I don't want to take a break. I want to do more and go harder at it.
Are you on Snapchat?
I am on Snapchat, and that's what I be on most of the time. I have a lot of more intimate followers there that, you know, really fuck with me. They on my Snapchat, and they care more about just ass and titties, so they like to see my everyday routines, and I'm just more, you know, I talk on there, and I just show a lot more on social media, on Snapchat.
Screen name the same on your Snap as it is on Instagram?
The real Lacey J, so is my Twitter too.
And how often do you think you post on Snap?
Oh, I'm on Snapchat every day, all day.
Do you check your messages on Snap?
I do. I check every single message, and I don't reply to every message. It's hard to do that. But I will send a smiley face, a thank you. If you say something, you know, interesting, I'll, you know, write back. I'm just a lot more, you know, intimate on there, and my followers love that. You know, on Instagram, I always say that I don't fuck with Instagram because there's so many haters on Instagram. My Snapchat, everybody loves me. But on Instagram, people just, you know, they come from wherever. On Snapchat, it's more personal. You have to type my name in and add me. You can't just see me, someone like a picture of me and follow me, you know, so.
Now, there's been some social media platform changes recently in the digital world. Instagram has started Instagram Stories, which is something very similar that Snapchat does. Do you use that?
I don't use it very often. Like I said, I'll always be on Snapchat, so I will take all my pictures on Snapchat throughout the day, and then the next day, if I like I look good in a few, I'll save them and put them on my Instagram Story.
I see.
Yeah.
What about Instagram Live, which is something very similar that Periscope does?
Yeah.
Do you jump on that?
So I just recently got kicked off last time I was on it, so I haven't been back on it since because I don't want that kind of negativity on my page.
What'd you get kicked off for? Twerking?
Yes, I was in my bathroom in a thong and a top, and I was, I wasn't like hardcore twerking. I was just kind of like, being fun with it, smoking, listening to music. Yeah, and I got kicked off.
How did you know you got kicked off? It just shut off?
What did it do?
Or
Well, I forgot what
did
it
it give you a little warning or something and tell you why you were kicked off?
It said it came up and said something. That's what it did. It said, I don't know. I think I screenshotted it too. But it was just it was no warning. It was just off.
And you couldn't get back on it.
And they wouldn't let me back on it. So I screenshotted what they sent me and I posted it on my Instagram and said, I just got kicked off IG Live, you know, can't get back on it. I had like 90 comments because I had about, like, how many people? I had like 2,000 people watching me and just got kicked off out of nowhere. I was just in the middle of vibing.
So now you don't even mess with it.
So I haven't been on since.
Do you think you could get back on now if you wanted to? Like maybe they put you on timeout?
I think they would. Yeah, it's been like a week or two, so I think they should let me on now. I wasn't doing that much.
When you were on it, how often were you jumping on it?
Oh yeah, I've only been on it like 10 times. I don't get on it too much because then again, my followers are all about some ass and titties, and I don't want to show no ass and titties on there, so I don't.
What's the most unique location you Instagram lived from?
My bathroom. Yeah, I don't Instagram live so much, so I usually do it photo shoots or my bathroom or the club.
I've seen Kodak Black Instagram live from his shower.
No.
And he dropped the phone and he was really live.
No.
You've had no mishaps. Now, with all these social media platform changes, do you think Twitter can still survive? You mentioned Twitter.
You know, I was popping on Twitter way before Instagram, and I love Twitter. Like, I think it's not as good as Instagram and Snapchat, and I don't be on it as much myself. And actually, a reason why is because my Twitter account got hacked. I had like 22,000 followers, and I had the account since 2010. And I got hacked, and they took over, and I had to make a new one. And it hasn't been the same for me ever since. But I love Twitter because people will make shout-outs and at me, and all I got to do is retweet it, and I don't even got to post nothing because they're posting the pictures and the videos, and I just got to retweet it. And it's on my timeline. So they take it from my Snapchat and my Instagram and they put it on their Twitter and at me, and I'll just retweet it. And so I really like Twitter a lot more than Instagram.
Are your parents on social media?
My mother is, yes, and she follows me on every single site. Maybe not Snapchat. I hope not.
Does she ever get at you about stuff?
At first she was like, this is too much for Facebook. I had it on Facebook. But there's from my hometown. People from my hometown is on my Facebook, and there's some really big supporters of mine and really big haters too. And so I would post it on Facebook, and she would, let me know that's too inappropriate for Facebook. And, we would kind of not get into it at all, but she would kind of, not like what I'm posting. But over the years, she's, sees how, I'm independent and, I'm good over here. So she doesn't really have much to say anymore.
Now, also something in social media that I've seen recently, Bow Wow. Right? Have you seen this Bow Wow challenge?
And I have no idea what it is. Could you explain that to me?
Yeah, well, what Bow Wow did was he recently went on social media and he
took a picture
of a private jet.
Yes. Okay.
And said travel day, like he was doing a press run.
Like it was his.
From one city to another. Maybe not that it was his, but that he was going on a private jet flight.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, right?
But somebody had caught him on Snapchat on a commercial jet, and they snapped him and said, wow, that's crazy that you posted a private jet on your Instagram because you're right here in this commercial.
Did he not think that he was going to be seen?
This is the third instance now where Bow Wow's been caught frauding on social media. It's the third time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Do you see a lot of this? Not what Bow Wow did, but do you see a lot of, frauding where people are...
People, man, I see a lot of, I don't know what to really call it. Not like flexing, because I flex, but I have it in real life.
Yeah, I think flexing is, well, when you flex in real life and it's really yours, that's flexing, but it's...
Or that's stunning.
That's stunning, yeah,
okay.
That's stunning. Flexing could be something that you don't have.
Okay.
Like you might take a picture of your arm on a Mercedes-Benz car
Right.
parked,
Oh
and
my
it might look like
God.
it's yours, but really
But the
it's not.
thing is, most people on the internet, no one's going to see you really in real life, you know? And so they can do that because they're not really being seen elsewhere but the internet. So people can't really, say, oh, that's not really you and that's not really your car, because most of their followers probably don't even see them in real life.
Right, I see, I get it. But if you're a celeb, it's different.
But I feel like since I'm in Atlanta in the mix of everything, I gotta like come out stronger than what I put on the internet. But it's only because if I lived in Kentucky where I'm from, in a small town, no one would ever see me but a few, people who don't give a fuck, So, you really, it depends on where you're from, and, if you be out and be seen, to really.
If you could put a percentage on it from what you've seen personally online, maybe people that you know or people that you know of that, you're posting pictures that's not really you and stuff like that, or stuff you're doing that's not really you. Do you, what percentage out of 100% would you say you've seen people not keeping it real?
Well, then again, I follow a lot of people that I don't see in real life.
But from the people that you have followed, that you know,
What's the percentage? I would say, I don't know, because, some people don't even have internet. Okay, no. I would say like 60%, because, and it's more than not, because that's true. That's what people use the internet to flex, you know? And
Yeah.
I don't blame them, because I'm never going to see them in real life, so they're going to flex, and like they send me pictures and videos and flexing, but I'll never see them, so I'll never be able to say, oh, that's not really you. So I would say it's a high percent, because most people I'm never going to see from the internet.